Okay, in the last class we had seen the first equation of motion, and today we are going to move forward. Now, if the initial velocity of an object in motion is u and the final velocity is v, then the average of these two, the average velocity, can be u plus v divided by 2, because the average of two things is simply the sum of both the things divided by 2. Now this is equal to the average velocity of the body. Now you must remember that the average velocity is also defined as the displacement by time. Therefore, we have this expression displacement is equal to average velocity into time. And if we use symbols for these expressions over here, for displacement we can use the symbol s. So s is equal to the average velocity as stated over here is u plus v divided by 2, and for the expression of time we shall use the very popular and normal symbol for time, that is t. Now from the first equation of motion we have v equal to u plus at, that is the first equation of motion, and from this expression we can use the value of v, that is u plus at, in the place of v over here. So instead of writing v over here, we are going to write u plus at. So that gives us s equal to u. This u I have to write. So u plus, now instead of this v, I am going to write this value of v over here. So this becomes u plus at. That you have to remember that this u plus at is actually the value of v taken from the first equation of motion, and the rest thing I'm just going to write it as it is. So divided by 2, and this entire thing I'll put into a bracket, and then outside that there is the t that is there already. Okay, so now this, if we move forward, we have s equal to this u plus u gives us 2u, and we have at divided by 2. So now this 2 we can split with these two terms. We can do a 2 over here and again a 2 over here, and then this entire thing in brackets, and outside the brackets we have t. So this 2 gets cancelled, so we are left with only u over here. Okay, so now when we open these brackets, we have u into t, that is ut. So we have s equal to u into t. These two 2's get cancelled out, so u into t becomes ut, and then the remaining part becomes half into at squared. So this is what is called the second equation of motion. We had already discussed about the first equation of motion in our earlier class, and now we have the second equation of motion over here, which is also a very important equation. Okay, and here we are dealing with four quantities again. In the first equation we had dealt with v, u, a and t. In the second equation we are dealing with the displacement, the initial velocity, time and acceleration. We'll take a quick example for this, and suppose we have an object traveling with an initial velocity of say 10 meter per second, and it undergoes an acceleration of suppose 1 meter per second squared. Okay, so it undergoes an acceleration of 1 meter per second squared, and it travels for a time interval of, if we take it as 5 seconds, right? So what will be the displacement covered by this object? So that is an interesting question which can be solved using this second equation of motion. we'll just plug in the values over here in place of u, t and others. So if we plug in the values, we get, instead of u we have 10, so for u we can put 10, and for t here we can put 5, so here we have 5, right? So this becomes 50, and here we have half, and in place of a we have 1, so we can put 1 for a, and t again is 5, so we have t squared, hence it will be 5 into 5, that is 25. So after plug in the values, we have these things over here. Let us calculate it. So it becomes 10 times 5, 50, right? 50, and this is 25 by 2, that is 12.5. So 50 plus 12.5. So that if you add, you get your answer, and your answer becomes 62.5 meters. So that is the displacement of the body, and we have calculated it successfully using the second equation of motion. So we have gone through two equations of motion very successfully, and we are ready to go through the third equation of motion, which we shall just look up after a short break. Thank you.